Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to be exploring a new camera color calibration device.
Oh, wow.
Called the DCC filter. And our source material is a letter sent to importers and dealers.
Interesting.
Now, this isn't just any tech gadget.
Right.
You know, it's being positioned as something truly revolutionary that could change the way we capture images.
Absolutely. So the letter introduces the DCC filter as a game changer, especially when it comes to color accuracy. It utilizes something called directional white balance filter technology, which might sound complicated, but the core idea is pretty fascinating.
All right, so let's unpack that.
Sure.
What exactly is this technology and what does it do?
Well, the DCC filter essentially creates a full color spectrum map, which you can think of as a simulation of real-world colors. This helps the camera establish perfect white balance in any environment, ensuring that the colors you see are the colors captured in the image. It's like giving your camera the ability to see colors the way our eyes do.
Interesting. So it's all about capturing true-to-life colors directly, without the need for post-processing.
Precisely.
Okay.
The letter argues that photos with distorted colors simply lack quality. Think about how often you've taken a picture and thought, that doesn't really capture how vibrant it looked in real life.
Right.
The DCC filter is designed to solve that problem.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But they're claiming that the DCC filter doesn't just improve color accuracy.
Right.
It also enhances image clarity. How is that even possible?
Well,
I always thought clarity was determined by the lens in the camera sensor.
it's a fascinating connection, isn't it?
Yeah.
The letter explains that when colors are distorted, the details in an image can become muddled.
Okay.
It's like trying to read a text message with blurry letters.
Yeah.
The inaccuracies obscure the finer points.
Okay, I see what you mean. So by ensuring accurate color, the DCC filter is actually helping to reveal more detail and improve the overall clarity of the image.
Exactly.
Okay.
The DCC filter, by resetting the white value to 0, ensures each pixel in the image displays its true color. And when every pixel is accurate, the overall clarity is enhanced.
Right.
They even compare it to taking off a pair of sunglasses.
Uh-huh.
Suddenly, the world snaps into focus and details become much clearer.
That's a great analogy. And they're saying this difference is noticeable even when compared to images taken with more expensive lenses or cameras.
Yes. Wow. It really highlights how this seemingly simple technology can challenge conventional thinking about image quality.
The letter also delves into the technical issues the DCC filter addresses.
Okay.
They mention inconsistent automatic white balance and color bias from lens materials. Could you explain that a bit further?
Of course.
Okay.
You see, even high-end cameras struggle with these two major problems.
Okay.
First, automatic white balance, or AWB, can be inconsistent, leading to color casts.
Right.
That's why some pictures look too blue or too yellow, especially those taken indoors.
Right.
The second issue is that the materials and coatings used in lenses,
Yeah.
even expensive ones, can subtly distort color.
So even with a fancy camera, we're not guaranteed true color?
Unfortunately not.
Wow.
It's a hardware problem that requires a hardware solution.
Right.
And that's where the DCC filter comes in.
Okay, I'm following you.
Yeah.
So how does the DCC filter actually counteract these issues?
The DCC filter provides the camera sensor with accurate negative compensation values for the ambient light,
Okay.
essentially resetting the white value of the camera system. Think of it like removing a pair of tinted sunglasses from your camera's eye.
Right.
Everything becomes clearer and the colors more accurate.
So it's using basic principles of optics to neutralize color distortions regardless of the camera type.
Precisely.
Okay.
And this is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
The design of their flagship model, the DCC 40, unintentionally ended up mirroring the structure of the human eye's pupil.
That's fascinating. The human eye is incredibly good at white balance, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And the letter emphasizes this amazing coincidence, suggesting that using a DCC filter is like replicating the human eye's ability to see color accurately.
Right.
What you see is what you get.
So are they positioning the DCC filter as a way to achieve human eye level color accuracy for any camera?
That seems to be the central claim.
Okay.
And they back it up with a compelling argument. They've developed a whole product line, ranging from the professional-grade DCC 40 to the DCC 10, which is designed specifically for students.
Now that's interesting market to target.
Right.
Students are constantly using their phones to capture everything.
Yeah. They're really emphasizing the emotional aspect. You know, the DCC-10 isn't just about better selfies.
Right.
It's about capturing those special moments of youth in a way that feels real and authentic.
Yeah.
You know, those years are full of firsts and fleeting moments, friendships and experiences that shape who you become.
Yeah.
The letter suggests that the DCC-10 can help preserve those memories with a level of visual fidelity that wasn't possible before.
It's like they're saying, don't let those memories fade.
Right.
Capture them in all their vibrancy with colors as true as the emotions you felt.
Exactly.
I can see how that would resonate with students.
Yeah.
Especially those who are always documenting their lives on social media.
And they go a step further by connecting it to the idea of visual legacies. These photos and videos aren't just for today, they're for the future.
Yeah.
Imagine looking back at those images years later and seeing the people and places you loved as they truly were.
Right.
It taps into our desire to hold on to those precious memories, to revisit them in a way that feels genuine and authentic.
It's almost like creating a time capsule of your youth.
Right.
But one you can access and share whenever you want.
Exactly.
I remember looking back at old photos.
Yeah.
And wishing they were clearer or that the colors were more accurate.
Right.
Technology like the DCC filter could really change that for future generations.
Absolutely.
And the fact that the DCC-10 is so affordable makes this technology accessible to a generation that's constantly documenting their lives. It's not just for professional photographers or tech enthusiasts.
Right.
It's for everyone.
Yeah.
That's a great point. They're democratizing access to high-quality image capture.
Right.
It's no longer about having the most expensive equipment.
Yeah.
It's about having the tools to tell your story authentically with colors that reflect the truth of your experience. But the letter also spends a lot of time discussing the limitations of automatic white balance or AWB.
Yeah.
Why are they so focused on that?
Well, they're trying to underscore the fundamental problem that the DCC filter solves.
Okay.
Remember, AWB systems are designed to simplify a complex process by using algorithms to estimate the color temperature of a scene and adjust the camera's settings accordingly.
But algorithms aren't perfect, are they?
No.
The real world is full of subtle variations in color and light.
Right.
That can be difficult to capture accurately.
Exactly.
And that's where AWB systems can stumble. They might overcompensate, leading to an image that's too cool or too warm.
Right.
Or they might misinterpret the scene altogether, resulting in colors that are just plain wrong.
Yeah.
Even with a fancy camera and a sophisticated AWB system, you're not guaranteed accurate color.
Nope.
So they're saying that this isn't just a minor inconvenience.
Right.
It's a fundamental flaw that impacts the quality and integrity of our images. How does the DCC filter overcome these AWB limitations?
Well, it goes back to that idea of resetting the white value.
Okay.
The DCC filter acts as a neutral reference point, giving the camera sensor a clean slate to work with. Imagine calibrating your camera's vision to a universal standard of white.
So it's less about correcting errors and more about establishing a foundation of accuracy from the get-go.
Precisely.
Okay.
And because the DCC filter is working on a physical level, it's not subject to the same limitations as AWB algorithms. It's a consistent and reliable solution that works independently of the camera's internal settings.
It's like giving your camera a superpower that transcends its built-in limitations.
Right.
But I'm curious,
they've
really emphasized this connection between the DCC filter and the human eye. Is this just a marketing tactic?
Well,
or is there something more to it?
It's definitely a clever marketing angle.
Right.
But I think it goes deeper than that.
Okay.
Remember, the human eye is incredibly sophisticated.
Yeah.
When it comes to perceiving and processing color. Our pupils adjust to different lighting conditions. Our brains interpret complex color information. And are able to see a vast spectrum of hues and shades.
And they're suggesting that the DCC filter is somehow replicating that natural ability.
In a way, yes.
Okay.
By establishing a neutral white point and removing color bias, the DCC filter is allowing the camera to capture colors in a way that's more aligned with how our eyes see the world.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect replication, of course.
Right.
But it's a step towards a more natural and accurate representation of color in photography.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's like they've taken inspiration from one of nature's most sophisticated designs to create a technology that enhances our ability to capture and share the beauty of the world around us.
Exactly.
And it raises some interesting questions about the future of photography. If we can continue to improve color accuracy and capture images that are closer to what our eyes see, what are the implications for visual storytelling?
Right.
How will it change the way we document our lives and share our experiences?
Right.
Those are some big questions.
Yeah.
And I think we're just scratching the surface here.
Yeah.
But this deep dive has definitely opened my eyes to the possibilities of the DCC filter. It's not just a cool new gadget.
Right.
It's a potential game changer.
I agree.
But there's one more thing I wanted to touch on.
Okay.
The letter mentions that the DCC filter can also help to preserve memories more vividly. Could you elaborate on that?
Sure. They're playing on a very human desire.
Okay.
The desire to hold on to precious memories and revisit them in a way that feels as real as possible. Imagine looking back at photos from your childhood or from a special trip and seeing those moments captured with incredible color accuracy and detail. The DCC filter essentially allows you to relive those experiences with a new level of visual fidelity.
It's like the difference between listening to a scratchy old recording and hearing a remastered version with crystal clear audio.
Exactly.
The DCC filter is bringing that same level of clarity and richness to our visual memories.
And because the DCC filter works on a physical level, it's not dependent on the specific camera or phone you're using. It's a universal solution that can enhance the quality of your photos and videos regardless of the device.
So whether you're a student capturing those carefree days of youth, a professional photographer documenting important events, or just someone who wants to preserve precious memories, the DCC filter offers a way to do so with a level of accuracy and authenticity that was previously unattainable.
And that's a powerful message.
Yeah.
It speaks to the human desire to connect with our past, to revisit those special moments, and to share them with others in a way that feels real and authentic. The DCC filter is essentially a tool that helps us do just that.
This is all incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
But the letter also briefly mentions that the DCC filter can improve image clarity.
Okay.
Beyond what we've already discussed.
Right.
How does that work? I thought we covered that earlier.
We've been talked about how color accuracy can enhance clarity by ensuring each pixel is displaying its true color.
Right.
But there's another aspect to it that the letter touches upon.
Tell me more.
It has to do with the way the DCC filter interacts with light.
Okay.
By precisely controlling the wavelengths of light that reach the camera sensor.
Right.
The filter can actually reduce or eliminate certain types of optical aberrations that contribute to image blur.
So it's not just about color, it's about refining the light itself to create a sharper image.
Exactly. It's a subtle effect, but it can make a noticeable difference in the overall sharpness and clarity of your photos.
Okay.
Especially when you zoom in or view them on a larger screen.
That's incredible. So it's not just improving the way the camera sees color, it's actually optimizing the light that forms the image itself.
That's right.
Wow.
It's a multifaceted approach to image enhancement that addresses both color and clarity at a fundamental level. They're pushing the boundaries of what's possible with a simple yet sophisticated piece of technology.
This is really making me rethink the way I look at photography. It's not just about the technical specs or the gear you own.
Right.
It's about capturing the world with a new level of fidelity and authenticity, preserving those moments in a way that feels true to the experience.
And that's a key takeaway here.
Yeah.
They're highlighting the emotional impact of this technology, the way it can connect us to our past, and the way it can help us create lasting memories. They are really positioning this as something special, something more than just a technical upgrade.
It's like they're saying, don't settle for faded memories or distorted colors.
Right.
Invest in technology that helps you tell your story authentically, with images that reflect the vibrancy of your lived experience.
And the fact that it's accessible to everyone makes it even more appealing.
Absolutely. It's a powerful message that resonates on both an emotional and a practical level.
Right.
We've talked a lot about the benefits of the DCC filter.
Yeah.
But are there any potential drawbacks or limitations that we should be aware of?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
While the DCC filter offers significant advantages, it's important to remember that it's not a magic bullet.
Right.
It can't fix issues like poor composition or bad lighting.
Right.
And while it enhances clarity by addressing color and optical aberrations, it won't magically turn a low-resolution image into a high-resolution one.
So it's not a replacement for good photography practices.
Right.
It's more of a tool to enhance the images you already capture.
Precisely.
Okay.
It's about elevating the quality of your work.
Right.
Not replacing the need for skill and creativity.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Are there any other limitations? For example, does it work with all types of cameras and lenses?
That's another important consideration. The letter primarily focuses on photography, but it does hint at potential applications in videography as well.
Yeah.
However, they don't go into detail about specific compatibility issues.
Yeah.
Or whether there are any limitations with certain types of video equipment.
So while the technology seems promising, there might be some nuances depending on your specific setup and what you're trying to achieve.
Exactly. It's always a good idea to do your research and ensure compatibility before investing in any new technology.
Right. This deep dive has been incredibly insightful.
It has.
We've gone from the technical intricacies of color calibration to the broader implications for photography and storytelling. It's amazing how much potential is packed into this seemingly simple device.
It is remarkable, isn't it? And it really speaks to the power of innovation. Sometimes the most groundbreaking ideas come from unexpected places, challenging our assumptions and pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
The DCC filter certainly seems to be doing that.
It is.
They're not just improving image quality, they're changing the way we think about capturing and preserving memories, telling our stories, and even perceiving the world around us.
And they're doing it in a way that's accessible to everyone.
Right.
Which is incredibly exciting.
It makes you wonder what other unexpected discoveries are waiting to be uncovered.
Yeah.
How they might shape the future of photography and visual storytelling.
Indeed, this deep dive has been a fascinating exploration of one such discovery. And it leaves us with a sense of wonder and excitement for what the future holds.
Well said. Hope this has given our listeners a lot to think about.
Me too.
The DCC filter might seem like a small thing, but has the potential to make a big impact on how we see and capture the world.
I agree.
So the next time you pick up your camera or your phone, take a moment to appreciate the colors and details that make up the scene in front of you. And consider how technology like the DCC filter might empower you to capture those moments with a new level of fidelity and authenticity.
Beautifully said.
Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of the DCC filter.
It was my pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep seeking out those unexpected discoveries that make life so endlessly intriguing.
Great advice.